somewhere between a heartbeat and the next idea. You might notice the mind's habit of dividing things. This from that, you from them, light from shadow. And now every label, it's only a fence drawn in air. Imagine, just for a breath, all the fences dissolve, every name, every rule, every certainty softened. What's left is movement, vibration, conversation. Everything relating to everything else, like threads in a single glowing fabric. And as you let that picture build, you can remember that channeling. It isn't about bringing something in. It's about letting something through. The way a musician doesn't create sound from nothing. They open the space for sound to move. You've been doing that already. Every time intuition whispered and you listened, every gut feeling that turned out right was practice for this larger symphony. Now consider the larger pattern. What happens when you begin to live as though those quiet impressions are data, signals from a bigger field of intelligence? That includes neurons, stars, and strangers alike. Small choices start to ripple. The tone of your voice shifts a meeting. A text sent at the right moment changes a day. That's frequency at work. Ordinary magic in plain clothes. And when you ignore it well, life still goes on, just slightly duller. Like a song played through static. You can of course keep the static, but you can also twist the dial a fraction and hear clarity sliding in. That tiny twist is spiritual activation. Less an event, more of a habit. Science would call it pattern recognition. Mystics call it awakening. Either way, neurons and cosmos trade stories. And you get better at listening. So you might begin to notice without effort how belief edits perception. Hold the belief I can learn, and circuits fire. Hold the belief I already know, and they sleep. Beliefs are code. Upgrade the code. The system runs smoother. And isn't it curious how healing codes appear as behaviours more than mantras? Hydration, rest, kindness, laughter, each one a biochemical transmission, broadcasting sanity into the body. Picture yourself 6 months from now, after choosing again and again to treat intuition as legitimate research, to wake clearer. Work feels like contribution, not survival. People comment that you glow, and you realise the glow is coherence. Heart and head finally keeping tempo. Now picture the alternative future, same you, same potential, left on standby. Life functions but dimly. Opportunities knock but softly. And you're too tired to answer. It's not punishment, just physics. Unplayed instruments gather dust. Which path feels truer in your bones? That question is the real teaching. So as you breathe, perhaps slowly now, notice what happens when curiosity replaces effort. Notice how awareness expands when you stop trying to prove and start exploring. That's the bigger picture. Every spiritual lesson boiling down to one experiment. What happens if I respond with presence instead of habit? Run that experiment 1,000 times, and enlightenment becomes ordinary competence. And while you think about all this, or let it think about you, Some part of your nervous system is already adjusting to the idea that clarity is allowed. You don't need to force it. You only need to remember it's happening. So laugh, swear if you need to, because growth can be messy and magnificent at once. But keep the lamp lit, keep the receiver tuned, and keep noticing how connected everything already is. Because maybe the grand secret is simple. The universe isn't waiting for you to ascend. It's waiting for you to pay attention.